Hey Miss Girl, so happy you clicked on today's video because we're talking about all things self-development.
If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still love me? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still love me? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to love me. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. I got something. Hold up. We gon' function, no assumptions. Feeling like Tyson with it. Got out Tyson with it. Only for the night, I'm kidding. Only for life, yeah, only for life, yeah, only for life. Let's get it. Hit that shoulder lean. I know it's coming over me.
Before we get started with this video, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. This isn't a video where you do all these healthy habits and then your life is like magically perfect. Because you go wake up at 5 a.m., drink your celery juice, do a Pilates class. Like, life isn't gonna be perfect just because you did those 3 healthy habits. You could get hit by a car after Pilates. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use that. Anyways, I'm not gonna false advertise and be like, oh, I did these 9 things and now I'm perfect. I'm completely healed. Like, no, life still lives, things still happen. And I'm really sharing these things just to kind of give you guys a step-by-step guide to overcoming like the negative things that are gonna happen in your life and still maintaining a good, healthy mindset. Because it's gonna happen, y'all. Like, people project their insecurities onto us, things they may be going through in their life, projecting it onto you, and you had nothing to do with it. But people just might say nasty things to you, stuff might happen to you, and we still have to be able to be mentally tough to overcome that. We could be having the best day of our life, waking up at 5 a.m., did our workout, ate healthy, boom, something bad happens right after. I don't know, it could be anything, but stuff like that is just gonna happen. How are we gonna overcome it? And that's what this video is. If you're new to this channel, my name's Yasmin, and I uploaded a video a few weeks ago, just really opening about like my negative self-issues and just kind of like the problems I was going on. I was at a very low. And I was opening up and I was being very vulnerable about it. And I showed some things that I started to implement to kind of like help my mindset and stuff. And I feel like I'm a whole, I don't want to say whole different person, but I definitely am doing a lot better. And I feel like there's some stuff that I was going on, like in that video, it's just the way that I was handling it was not good. I had no fight left in me. I was not mentally strong, disciplined, all-time low. This is your step-by-step guide to punching life in the face when it punches you first, basically, okay? Because it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be going through a whole list of things that I've implemented that helped me build a stronger mindset, healthier relationship with myself, and just made me have a more positive perspective on life. So if you are interested in all that, keep watching this video. When you eat crappy processed foods, I swear it affects your mood. You start to feel crappy and you just don't project good energy or a good aura into the world. Anytime I'm eating something that's like veggie filled, protein filled, I feel good. My energy levels feel stable. My skin looks nice. I feel better about myself. This has an effect on the mind. Like if I eat a candy bar or if I eat like a crumble cookie, like don't get me wrong, it tastes good in that moment, but maybe like a few minutes after, I'm gonna start to get the itis and I don't feel good about myself. I may feel bloated. I just may feel like crap, okay? I'm not saying completely cut out the foods that you love. Maybe you do love chips. I love chips. I'll be honest, salt and vinegar, honey. Love me some salt and vinegar chips. But I'm not gonna eat a whole bag of salt and vinegar chips and then go to Chipotle and then go to McDonald's and then go to Chick-fil-A. Like, no. We have to make time to make our whole foods and show up for ourselves because our body is gonna be thanking us not only in that instant, but 20 years from now when we're up there in age and we're still able to move our bodies. We still have good energy levels. We're not struggling with hypertension, diabetes, all of that. Also, if you guys didn't know, I am a nurse, an ER nurse. So I have some credentials. So before I start my day, we're gonna start off with making some breakfast. Today on the breakfast menu is gonna be oatmeal and then 3 boiled eggs. And don't judge me, y'all. I just love a hefty breakfast, like favorite meal of the day for me. In my oatmeal, I like to add cinnamon. Cinnamon's really good for your metabolism and it's good for PCOS health. And yes, I put this much, thank you. I also like to add a little bit of nutmeg just for the flavor. I just feel like it's giving pumpkin spice. Yes, I know it's February. I like to add this in. Collagen is really good for your skin, your bones, your nails, and it also has a good amount of protein. Actually, I think collagen is protein. Not the biggest fan of the flavor of this, so I don't like to add too much. But this, yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, that's enough for me. All right, so after we pop that in the microwave, we use chia and flaxseed. Y'all, we love chia and flax seeds, high in omega-3s, good for hair, skin, and nails, again. All right, let's eat and chat real fast. I have some strawberries that I cut up just to put like with my oatmeal, but the thing is, I don't really like it when like cold fruit is mixed with the hot and the oatmeal is hot, so I didn't, like it's separate right now. The setup's a little ghetto, but I'm just gonna show y'all because I wanna show y'all the nutrient-dense foods that I just prepped for myself. Like I said, the setup is a little ghetto. Don't judge me. It may look a little ghetto. I know I whipped out the paper plates. You don't like to do dishes either, stand up. Chia seeds high in omega-3s, rich in fiber, rich in antioxidants. Flaxseed also has omega-3s and it's really good for hormonal health. For us women with PCOS, flaxseed is something that you want to implement, girl, okay? It's good for your skin, good for your bones, good for your hormones, and that's what we need. Cinnamon is too, and that's why I always put cinnamon in my oatmeal or yogurt. Anything that, you know, it goes with. I'm obviously not gonna eat it with rice and chicken. There's been some like controversy with like eggs and stuff, but one thing that, you know, we gotta give it to eggs, she's high in protein, y'all, and she's nutrient dense. And eggs do have B12 and other vitamins and minerals in it that is good for our body. And if you guys didn't know, I actually have glaucoma. Yeah, don't ask me how I even got glaucoma. If you're not familiar with glaucoma, it's an eye condition that is the second leading cause of blindness. The thing is with glaucoma, it's mainly seen in like older people or people who have like uncontrolled diabetes. And what it is that there's a high amount of pressure that's on your optic nerve. And your optic nerve is what you need to see, basically. That's your whole vision right there. So if you have too much pressure on that nerve, you're gonna lose your vision. So I have to take eye drops every single day to just like manage my pressure in both my eyes so I don't lose my vision. And with me having PCOS, I'm already insulin resistant and prone to type 2 diabetes. When I found that out, child, when I tell you that really forced me to really do my research in foods that are good for hormonal health, eye health, all of that. Because I got two risk factors going on me to lose my vision, and I'm not letting that happen. The reason why I started taking nutrition serious and educating myself on foods like that is because I didn't want to lose my vision, but it forced me to do it and kind of reap the benefits that I didn't think I would experience either, like healthier skin, healthier mood, healthier gut health. I don't feel bloated anymore. My acne cleared up by so much. But I'm telling you, what you put in your body reflects everything. It's gonna reflect your mood. It's gonna reflect how your health is gonna be 20 years from now. The best thing you could do for yourself is to take care of yourself nutritionally. Is that a word? Nutritionally? Put good things into your body. And as somebody who works in the ER, first line of care when people are sick, you see a lot of things. I see people who've missed their dialysis for a week. They're over here in fluid overload, extremities are swole, they're short of breath, kidneys aren't working on them like by themselves, so they have to get dialysis for that. But there's ways that you can prevent from getting dialysis and to protect your kidneys. And you just see a lot of sick people and it kind of opens your eyes up. Like, don't get me wrong, some of these things that I see these people going through, it's really not their fault. But some of the things, you could have prevented it if you knew and you had the education, which is why I am such an advocate for this and I will always spread this information. Your health is everything. You only get one body. I don't really take that many supplements, I'll be honest. I'm not a supplement junkie. You're not gonna see me with a whole cabinet full of supplements. But two that are very important for me specifically in my body because I'm low in both of these things is vitamin D and iron. Your girl is very prone to iron deficiency, and I just feel like us women in general, we get our cycles every month, so we do lose a good amount of blood, and that can make us more prone to iron deficiency. So this Geritol, I'll be honest with y'all, she doesn't really taste good. But it's filled with vitamin B and iron. It's good for your energy levels. And if you ever had iron deficiency anemia, you know how it feels. To be tired, on the verge of passing out, looking pale, like it's not a good feeling. All right, I absolutely hated when I had anemia. And not gonna lie, probably like a few weeks ago, I kind of felt those symptoms again. So immediately started taking Geritol. Don't even get me started on vitamin D. Y'all, why is she so underrated? Low vitamin D levels have actually been linked to like depression. Have you noticed that like people who live in colder environments, when like the sun's not out and all that, like seasonal depression is like at an all-time high in places like that because they don't really have that natural vitamin D. And a lot of people don't think to take vitamin D. And not only does it like kind of uplift your moods, it's everything. Immune health, bone health, anti-inflammatory. Like it's everything you want to take. Get you a vitamin D supplement. I'm telling you, vitamin D is the ultimate it girl for our body. Get you a vitamin D supplement. And it's no excuses, y'all. Don't even give me any excuses. In this day and age, you can go on TikTok, you can go on Instagram, you can even go on ChatGPT and get a whole meal prep lesson plan out for you. You don't even have to do nothing but type. And don't say you don't have enough time. I'm sure there's times where you're spending 15 minutes scrolling on TikTok. I'm just saying, could have put ground beef on the stove, could have put some sweet potatoes in the oven during those 15 minutes. Doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to make gourmet meals. It could be a 5-minute meal. I had no headphones on, but if I'm walking and somebody decides to run up on me and kidnap me, I want to at least hear their footsteps. Focus on prioritizing your cardiovascular health. The heart is a vital muscular organ in your body, okay? Like, let me give you a quick anatomical rundown of how important our heart is.
So basically, y'all, the heart pumps blood all over our body, carrying oxygen and nutrients to your brain, your muscles, and your organs. Without your heart, you wouldn't be able to walk, run, think, or even stay alive.
When you don't take care of your heart, it puts you more at risk of these cardiovascular diseases. For instance, congestive heart failure. It can cause your heart to stop pumping as efficiently, which causes like backflow of the blood. So it kind of causes like fluid buildup, which can make you very short of breath, and it's just not a comfortable way to live with congestive heart failure. And there's two types, left-sided and right-sided. With the left-sided, you're gonna see more like respiratory issues. You're gonna notice that you're gonna be a little bit more short of breath and just living in discomfort. Right-sided, you're gonna see all that edema, which means like the swelling in the extremities, swelling in the legs, because the heart's not pumping effectively, the circulation is off. You're not able to circulate those fluids in the proper way. It puts you more at risk for stroke. When you have a stroke, there's a blockage in your brain and your brain's not getting any more oxygen. So the more time that your brain's not getting any more oxygen, it can make you have deficits, memory loss, dysphagia, and aphasia, where your speech is affected. I've seen people in the ER have strokes and now they can't even use their whole left side. Just imagine if they ate foods to help with their hypertension, stopped smoking cigarettes, went on daily walks, what it could have did for their heart health. And taking care of your heart doesn't mean that you have to run ultra marathons or kill yourself on the Stairmaster or bicycle. It could be just as simple as walking, just moving your body, getting adequate blood flow. Like literally, take it from me, y'all. My workouts are like princess workouts. You will never catch me on no squat rack, deadlifting, glute bridges. Who is she? Because I'm not doing it. Like let's roll the mat out, let's get the 5-pounders, and yeah, let's go from there. I don't do extreme workouts. I used to actually run when I was in high school. I ran track and I did a season of cross country, and 2 years after I graduated, I still kept up with running, but I don't even remember the last time I ran, and I don't plan on getting back into it. We don't have to do the most hard and extreme things just to take care of our bodies. Another healthy habit is strengthening your hip flexors. Yes, y'all, I'm talking into my phone. I do not own a mic, not yet. But I'm not screaming at my camera, so this is how we're doing it. And it's pretty loud in here. But strengthening your hip flexors is so important, and I feel like it's so underrated, and a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people don't really focus on their flexibility or mobility. But let me tell you something. When you strengthen your hip flexors, it improves mobility, it improves your posture, it really helps with any lower back pain you may be feeling, and improves that function. Tight hips honestly affect the way that you walk, especially if you're sitting down so much. It just makes everything feel so tight, and you'll feel a difference if you train your hip flexors. So I'm going to be showing you some exercises. I'm going to show you some beginner ones, and I'm going to show you some advanced ones. Because I am a dancer, I am pretty flexible, so some of the stuff that I may show y'all might be a little bit extreme. So that's why I'm going to show y'all beginner ones too. Alright y'all, so let's get into this hip opening segment. We're going to start off with a beginner exercise. What you're going to do is kind of go into a wide stance position and bend your knees and really rotate your tailbone to point towards the floor, trying to get as low as you can. And then here I'm pushing against my knees just to really give my hips an extra stretch and just really trying to open them up, and I'm going side to side as I do this. In this exercise, you're going to start off in a pike position, and what you're going to do is rotate that leg backwards and forwards, and you're really keeping that foot flexed, rotating that knee to go down, and you keep that foot flexed as it's going back, and then I keep it flexed as I'm rotating that leg back up forward. The biggest thing is keeping your feet flexed. It really opens up those hips. Not even gonna lie, y'all, I don't even know what that seated position is called, how you start this exercise, but I start with my legs like that, and then you're rotating them side to side, keeping those feet flexed. As you saw, I was pointing to my foot, and that's the most important thing. And then you're gonna stay in that position, and what you're gonna do is rotate to the left and then rotate to the right, keeping the feet flexed. And this is kind of a good warm-up for your arms too, and it's just good for your hips. And keep the feet flexed. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit more advanced. We're going to start off in this position, keeping that back foot flexed. We're going to push our tailbones and our hip towards the floor, keeping that back foot flexed. And make sure that your core is engaged and you're not having an arch in your back. You want to make sure that tailbone is really rotating towards the ground. And here I am kind of holding it here. And then of course do it on both sides, really keeping that back foot flexed and going as low as you can. Another advanced one is the frog split. So I'm in my frog split position, and what I'm doing is lifting my feet up to go in and out and in and out. And you want to make sure you're really centered with this exercise. You don't want to be too far forward or too far backwards. You want to be right in the center. And then here I'm lifting up one foot at a time, keeping my feet flexed, doing both sides of course. And now we do both feet at the same time. This one will get you, y'all. This one gets me every single time. And now for my most advanced one is you're kind of going into a middle split, but one leg is bent and that back foot is still flexed, and you just kind of hold it. You can kind of move your body forward and back or do little pulses, but this one is basically a middle split, y'all.
And the goal is to be flat and getting all the way down. And that's something that I'm working towards.
Okay, so we're back home. I'm super cold, so yes, I have a puffer on right now. Don't judge me. Right now, it's pouring raining, it's gloomy outside. There's nothing more that I want to do than scroll on Instagram and watch ASMR. Don't ask me why, that's just my choice. I just like watching ASMR. But instead, I seen this YouTube ad, and normally I just be skipping YouTube ads. I don't even be listening to them, but this one really stuck with me. It was somebody, I guess he was like a motivational speaker or whatever. And the one thing that he said was, instead of spending time like scrolling on social media, use that as an opportunity for like micro learning. So immediately what I thought was like, instead of when I'm driving somewhere, like listening to music, why don't I listen to like an educational podcast? Because that's like micro learning. You're absorbing information as you're doing something else. Like it's kind of like passive. It's not like you have to read a whole article and all of that. Like it's just micro learning. And with micro learning, y'all, I feel like it's something that you tailor to something that interests you. For me, I'm very interested in learning Spanish right now. So I've been putting on like Spanish podcasts or Spanish YouTube videos. Like for me personally, I like to watch videos while I eat, and I like Bad Girls Club, I'll be honest. I be watching Bad Girls Club while I'm eating. Bad Girls Club is pure entertainment, like nothing educational there. So maybe instead of watching Bad Girls Club all the time while eating my food, maybe one meal out of the day, I'll watch an educational video. So what we're gonna do now is learn the pronouns in Spanish. I'm trying to like compare it to how it is in Creole, because in Creole it's like when, li, yo, like all of that. And I feel like I need to learn that in Spanish because I wouldn't know how to say like she in Spanish. It's a lot of video options. Personal pronouns in Spanish. I think that's what I'm looking for. And then I see like indirect and direct. Is that a thing in English too? So I just learned all the personal pronouns in Spanish, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous to speak it. Okay, so when you say I in Spanish, it's yo.
Boy, if you don't get...
Don't get me wrong, the media has a lot of good things to offer. I feel like with the internet and social media, there's a lot of positive things that you can do. Like learning Spanish is something that I'm learning from the internet. It has a lot of good information out there. There's good podcasts, good educational videos, and all of that. TikTok, for instance. Don't get me wrong, TikTok is our girl. I already know that, okay? Like, a lot of us around here love TikTok. And when she almost got banned, America was going crazy. TikTok is notorious for allowing people to just stitch other people's videos and put their negative opinions on it, or just like bashing other people. And if you're scrolling on TikTok for like 10 hours plus and that's all you're consuming is people just bashing other people, how does that benefit your brain? How does that benefit your perspective on life? And that's why I feel like micro learning instead of just endlessly scrolling is so good for you, because it benefits you in the long run. In that moment, you might wish that, oh, I just want to kind of like turn my brain off and just scroll on TikTok and just look at videos. But say that you do incorporate the micro learning, a few months from now, you're gonna know information you never even thought that you can learn just because you took it upon yourself to take 5 minutes out of your day to do something educational for yourself. I want to kind of touch on mental toughness. Suffering is a test, y'all. When you're going through something negative, or there's something that didn't go your way and you're just having a hard time kind of like coping with it and you're just not feeling your best, that is a test of your character. It's not easy to wake up every day and keep going when you have no hope and nothing is falling into place. There's times you're going to be wondering, okay, why am I, like, what's my purpose? Why am I even trying to wake up early? Why am I still moving my body and trying to eat healthier when I don't see no results? You can be trying to put all this effort in and you feel like you're not receiving anything. That is the worst feeling in the world. But you have to know how to fight back and know to still be consistent even though you may not see results in an instant. Things don't happen overnight. Good things especially take time. When I was in nursing school, I did a 16-month BSN full-time program. I was in school 5 days a week, studying on my weekends, barely even working, barely even had any money. There have been so many times when I was in that program where I did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes I'd be getting 60s on exams, all these assignments, don't even know where to start, feeling hopeless while studying. What is my point? What is my purpose? When I tell you today, I would do it all over again just to live the reality that I live now. Nursing school was so hard. It beats you down. You have professors who don't even want to see you succeed, but you have to keep on grinding and understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You have to understand your why. For me, I knew I wanted to be an ER nurse. I knew I wanted to be a trauma nurse eventually. I knew I wanted to show compassion and touch people's lives and make maybe one of their worst days in their life, make their day go a little bit better because I was their nurse and maybe I showed them compassion that they haven't received in a while. That's why I did it, and I'm so happy that I did because that is my reality today. With my nursing job, not only do I get to take care of people and show compassion and make them feel better and educate them, I was able to buy a camera and start doing content. I wanted to share my life on YouTube. I wanted to be able to travel. I would not have been able to redo this whole room without my nursing job. And trust me, it was not easy. So many sleepless nights, so many breakdowns. I'm talking crying 3+ times a day. I was down bad, but I'm so happy I did it because I can say this is my reality now. Some people live on the more spontaneous side of life and some people are very, they need that structure. I feel like a little bit of both is really good and it's just important to kind of be balanced. For me, I like to plan my week and it's fine if it doesn't go exactly how I planned it because things happen, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you didn't expect might happen throughout the week and that's fine. You gotta know how to navigate. So I kind of just plan out little things like this day I'm gonna go to the gym, this day I'm gonna film a video, this day I'm gonna edit, this day I'm gonna be going to work. And I feel like it's important to kind of do this just to kind of set yourself up for a good week and to go into that week with intention. That brings us to our next healthy habit, which is feeding the spirit. God, stop playing with God because he got some good stuff to say to us in this book right here. Proverbs specifically, it talks about wisdom, knowledge, how to be mentally tough, basically. It's all things self-development. I would go to church every Sunday, but that was it for me. Throughout the week, I wasn't in the Word, and I had the Bible app on my phone, never really opened it, and I didn't have a Bible or anything. Ever since I started reading the Bible and reading scripture every single day, completely changed my outlook on life. I feel like it helps me to know how to handle things when stuff does get tough or when things don't go my way, and just how to still have wisdom even when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. I feel like if you are around people who don't really have goals or engage in just negative self-talk or have a really bad victim mindset, that's gonna be you. If you can show me who your friends are, I can kind of tell what kind of person you are. The people who you let around you and in your circle are a reflection of you. I just don't like talking about vulnerable stuff to people directly. I could talk to a camera about all my problems, edit a whole video and post that for a lot of people to see, and I'll be fine. But if you put one person in front of me and I'd have to say all the things that I was saying in that video, couldn't do it. For me, my outlet to declutter my mind is journaling. I have 3 different journals. This is my vent journal. This is just anything that's going on in my head, it's on paper. This one's my self-care one, and it just gives you prompts on how to better care for yourself. It talks about exercise, talks about what are some kind things that you want to do for yourself, It asks you questions like, what does self-care mean to you? How do you want to achieve your goals? What are you going to put into practice to become a better version of yourself? And I love it. And I have my gratitude journal. This one right here helps me to appreciate the little things. I feel like it's so easy to get fixated on the things that are going wrong in our life that we kind of forget about the things that are going right in our life. And we forget to appreciate the things that we don't realize that other people aren't fortunate to have. For instance, food. Not everybody has access to food. Not everybody can just go to a grocery store and buy some food. Or being grateful for the fact that we may have a car just to get around. Some people don't have that. Be grateful for all of our limbs or that we're healthy, because some people don't have that. Okay, something I wanted to talk about is skin and gut health. Something that really does help is fixing what's going on internally to really help what's coming out externally. When I was eating a lot of processed sugar, drinking a lot of Diet Coke, eating hot fries, just eating junk food and ultra processed food, my skin was at its worst and I was breaking out every day. I did notice that my sugar intake was up, and once I limited that, my breakouts started clearing up. For me, I did get microneedling done to my face, and if you guys don't know what microneedling is, it's like, hold on.
Yeah, I'm currently getting microneedling done, and right now I'm in my numbing process. Don't mind how puffy my eyes are. It's the morning and I just woke up.
And the last healthy habit that I have to share with y'all is limit your screen time before going to bed. Sleep is very important, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite when it comes to sleep because I do work night shift. My sleep is not the best, I'll be honest. But anytime that I have like nights off, I really do prioritize going to bed at a good time and making sure I'm limiting my screen time before bed. Blue light is what like radiates from our electronics, and it stimulates the brain to kind of like wake up. So when we're scrolling on our phone at nighttime, it's preventing us getting tired and to be able to fall asleep. You can actually put your phone on night shift mode. On your phone, you swipe down, then you go to like where you select the brightness. You can select night shift mode right there. And then it kind of makes like a yellow tint on your phone, so that way the blue light's not all up in your face. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something new, and I just hope that this impacted you in a positive way. Like I said in the beginning, this isn't a step-by-step guide where you do all these things and your life is just going to be perfect and you're never going to have to go through hardship again. That's unrealistic. This is supposed to be a guide to help you push past your limits even when it feels like life is attacking you and you feel like you're at your worst. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.